In more than 35 years of being a doctor, I have seen countless patients. Some were young, just in their 30s or 40s, strong and full of life. And yet, in one morning, their whole world changed because of a sudden stroke. But if you ask me, who faces the greatest risk, I would say, without hesitation, it's those in their 50s, 60s, 70s, people just like many of you watching this today. Stroke is a silent enemy. It doesn't knock, it doesn't warn. One day, you might be enjoying a peaceful morning with a cup of coffee, and just minutes later, everything changes. Your hand won't move, your words break apart, your memory seems to vanish. I once saw the panic in the eyes of a 62-year-old man when he realized he couldn't lift the spoon in front of him. And I've also seen the tears of his wife whispering, he was healthy his whole life. Doctor, why us? Have you ever asked yourself, is my body quietly preparing for something dangerous? Have you noticed your legs feel heavier, your steps less steady, your memory not as sharp as before? Sometimes these are just signs of aging, but sometimes they are warnings from your brain's blood vessels. Statistics in the United States show every 40 seconds someone has a stroke. Every 4 minutes someone dies from it, and most of them are over 50 years old, parents, grandparents, people who only wish for peaceful golden years with their families. Instead, stroke can bring wheelchairs, endless rehabilitation, and a haunting fear, will I survive the next one? But here's the hope. Stroke is not destiny. Research shows that up to 80% of strokes can be prevented. And the key is not expensive drugs or complicated surgeries. Wait. It lies in simple choices you can make today. Movements, exercises, and daily habits that protect your heart and your brain for years to come. So I want you to imagine this: what if just 20, 30 minutes a day could extend your life? Keep your mind sharp, your legs strong, and protect you from one of the scariest health threats after 50. Would you be willing to start today? In this video, I'll share with you exactly how, and I believe if you stay consistent, these small steps will become a priceless gift for yourself and for the people who love you. There is something interesting in my work. When it comes to preventing strokes, many of my patients ask, Doctor, is there one exercise that is the best, the most powerful? And I often smile and reply, yes, there are some very special exercises, but I'll save them for the end so you can enjoy the whole journey. That's what I'll do with you today. Among these 12 exercises, the most powerful weapons will appear at the end of the video. I want you to stay with me, patiently, and keep your heart open, because sometimes the simplest habits at the beginning are the very bricks that build a lifetime of health. Let's start with the first exercise. Tai Chi, meditation in motion. I remember a 70-year-old woman who once came to see me. She had fallen in her kitchen, and from then on, she was terrified of walking. We tried many approaches, but it was Tai Chi that truly changed her. Those slow, graceful movements, connected with her breath, gave her back her confidence. Not only did her balance improve, she also slept better and felt calmer. Research shows Tai Chi reduces stress hormones, improves blood flow to the brain, and especially helps keep the spine and joints flexible. Do you know the famous quote from Joseph Pilates? You are only as young as your spine is flexible. Tai Chi is living proof of that. Balance with a chair, small steps toward safety. There's an image I'll never forget. A 68-year-old man, after a stroke, needed 2 people to help him stand, and the first exercise we gave him was not some fancy machine, but simply standing on one leg behind a chair, holding for a few seconds. It may sound too simple, but science proves that balance training activates the cerebellum, the part of the brain that controls coordination. And when your balance is strong, you lower your risk of falls, a major trigger for complications after stroke. Have you ever felt that your steps aren't as steady as they used to be? If yes, try standing behind the chair in your living room today. You'll notice the difference in just a few weeks. Gentle yoga, more than just stretching. Someone once asked me, is yoga really helpful? Or just a trend? I've worked with hundreds of patients with high blood pressure, arthritis, anxiety, and my answer is always, yoga doesn't just stretch your muscles, It stretches the tension in your blood vessels too. Harvard studies show yoga regulates the nervous system, lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and improves sleep. But more than that, yoga creates a deep sense of connection between body and mind. A 55-year-old man told me after 2 months of practicing legs up the wall, for the first time in years, I feel peace in my heart. For people over 50, just 15 to 20 minutes of gentle yoga a day can feel like a natural calming medicine for the heart and brain. Deep breathing, the simple yet powerful art. I often tell my patients, we've been breathing all our lives, but have you ever learned to breathe for healing? Proper diaphragmatic breathing can lower blood pressure, slow your heart rate, and most importantly, increase oxygen to your brain. I remember a 72-year-old woman who panicked every time her blood pressure rose. I guided her to place one hand on her chest, one on her belly, and focus on her breath. In just 5 minutes, her numbers went down. She grabbed my hand and said, "Doctor, why wasn't this taught when we were young?" You see, not every medicine comes from a pharmacy. Sometimes the most valuable medicine is your own breath. Marching in place, steps in your living room. Many people think exercise requires a gym or machines, but in reality, just marching in place, lifting one knee after the other, already makes your heartbeat stronger. I once advised a 65-year-old man with mild knee pain to try marching while watching the evening news. After a few weeks, he came back and told me his legs felt lighter. He slept better, and even his blood sugar was more stable. I want to share with you one of the most underrated yet powerful exercises for stroke prevention: cycling. Do you still remember that childhood feeling riding a bike down the street? Wind in your face, freedom in your heart. The good news is, even after 50, you can bring that joy back, whether on a stationary bike in your living room or outside on a safe road. Cycling isn't just about strong legs. Studies published in Circulation show that regular cycling reduces arterial stiffness, improves oxygen uptake, and strengthens the cardiovascular system so much that older adults who cycle regularly may have the heart and blood vessels of someone 10 years younger. One of my 58-year-old patients once told me, "Doctor, when I get on the bike, I feel like time rewinds. I'm not 58 anymore, I'm 25 again." And that's the truth. Health isn't only about numbers on a chart, it's about how young and alive you feel when your body moves with freedom. If you're just starting, begin with 10 minutes at a moderate pace on a stationary bike. Gradually increase time as you get stronger. If you prefer outdoor cycling, always wear a helmet and choose low-traffic routes. And if balance is a concern, recumbent bikes provide excellent support while still giving you all the benefits. Cycling keeps your joints safe, your heart pumping, and your spirit youthful. It's more than a workout, it's a reminder that age can't stop the joy of movement. We've gone through 6 gentle but meaningful exercises. Now let's continue with the rest. And remember, the most powerful secrets are still waiting at the end. Water exercise, strength through gentleness. I once worked with a 74-year-old woman who had knee osteoarthritis. She loved moving, but every step on land caused pain. Then her daughter took her to the community pool, and there she found her miracle. In the water. Her body felt light, no longer weighed down by gravity. Simple movements like walking in water, kicking, or doing water aerobics made her sweat without pain. Studies show water exercise improves heart function, lowers blood pressure, and increases vascular flexibility. Imagine this: your whole body moving, your heart pumping stronger, your lungs breathing deeper while your joints remain protected. That is the gift of water. Resistance band leg press. Your legs. The body's pump. Many don't realize our legs are not just for walking. They act like a giant blood pump, pushing blood back to the heart. Weak leg muscles mean poor circulation and greater risk of clots, major causes of stroke. A 63-year-old patient once looked puzzled when I handed him a resistance band. "Doctor, does this really work?" After weeks of leg presses, he noticed stronger legs and less fatigue climbing stairs. Science confirms strong leg muscles reduce clot risk, improve circulation, and protect the brain. And the best part, you can do it right in your living room. Light interval training. rhythm for the heart. Some patients panic at the word interval. Doctor, I'm no marathon runner, but for people over 50, interval training is as simple as walking slowly for 2 minutes. Then briskly for 1 minute, repeat. I taught a 70-year-old man this method in the park. At first, he laughed. That's it. Weeks later, he said, Doctor, my heart feels stronger, and I even have more energy to play with my grandkids. Research shows alternating speeds trains blood vessels to be flexible, lowers blood pressure, and boosts endurance. It's like teaching your heart to sing in many notes, not just one. Bonus, head tilt pump. This little-known technique, tilt your head to the left, hold 2 seconds, then right, repeat 10 times, just 3 minutes a day. Yet it improves blood flow to the brainstem, critical in stroke prevention. A patient recovering from a minor stroke practiced daily and told me, Doctor, my head feels clearer, less dizzy. Sometimes the smallest things bring the greatest changes. Dancing, when your feet dance, your brain grows young. Now, for one of the secrets I promised to save for the end. Dancing, I met a couple in their 60s who joined a dance class weekly. When I asked why, the husband smiled. Because it keeps us young in body and in heart. Research confirms that dancing strengthens the heart, sharpens memory, improves coordination, and reduces dementia, risk. Music, rhythm, joy all combine into a healing medicine. If you've ever moved to your favorite song, you already know its power. Nordic walking, the power of poles, one of Europe's most effective workouts. Nordic walking, walking with poles. Unlike regular walking, Nordic walking engages arms, shoulders, and back. It burns more energy and strengthens the heart. Studies show it improves VO2 max and lowers blood pressure more than normal walking. A 65-year-old patient tried Nordic walking in the park. After a month, he said, Doctor, I feel 10 years younger. And indeed, when your whole body moves, every heartbeat grows stronger. Brisk walking, the simplest, yet most powerful medicine. And here it is, our final secret. Brisk walking. No exercise has been studied and proven as much. Just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, lowers stroke risk by up to 40%. It improves blood pressure, blood sugar, and vessel elasticity. I've seen patients go from tired and hopeless to sharp, strong, and full of life simply by walking. A 70-year-old man told me, Doctor, every morning walk with my wife is not just exercise, it's learning to love life again. Brisk walking needs no equipment, no gym, just good shoes and commitment. Yet it's the miracle medicine you can carry for life. Closing. So we've walked through them all, from gentle living room moves to brisk park walks. And here's what I want you to remember most. You have the choice. Stroke is not destiny. With just 30 minutes a day, you can change your life. Before we end, let me remind you once more why this matters so deeply. Stroke can happen at any age, but after 50, the risk rises sharply. By the time we reach our 60s and 70s, our blood vessels have weathered decades of stress, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and daily wear. That's why consistent exercise is not just an option. It's a necessity, a lifeline. Think of it this way: every time you move your body, whether it's walking, dancing, or practicing balance, you are polishing the very pathways that carry life to your brain. You are keeping your independence, your memory, and your joy of living. And if today's video gave you even one useful idea, one bit of hope for a healthier future, then please subscribe and turn on the bell. That small action tells me these videos are helping you, and it gives me the strength to keep creating new ones every week, so together we can walk this path of health and resilience.